Hey, good morning, team. Today, let's talk about this thing called the Johari Window. And this will help explain why feedback is so important and the self-awareness modules that you've been exposed to throughout your program. So anyways, I'm Dave Plouffe, adjunct professor, and so let's give a little bit of background here on our Johari Window, right? It was designed by two psychiatrists in the 1950s, Joseph Luft and Harry Ingram. And so, you know, them being smart psychiatrist guys, they combined their names, Joseph and Harry Ingram, to make Johari Window. Wow. So anyways, look this up. Do a Google on it. I think you're going to be impressed. So basically what they said is that each of us is a window. And our window is designed into panes, right? We have behaviors that are known to me or known to self, right? Behaviors that are unknown to me or to self. Behaviors that are known to others. And behaviors that are unknown to others. We're a combination of these, right? So if I'm looking at a behavior that is known to me and known to others in this pane, what would we call this? Well, I'll call it public, right? This is our public domain. These are things that we are doing or I am doing that others can see. For instance, my use of hand gestures. I'm doing this. I know I'm doing this. You know I'm doing this. My New England accent. I know I have it. You know I have it. These are behaviors that I know I do and you know I do. Right? So let's move over here. How about a behavior that is known to me, but it's unknown to others? What would we call this? Well, we'll call this our private domain. And some examples of our private domain that we don't share with others, we have fears, right? Things that we're afraid of and scared of. We have intimacy issues. We don't share that with other people besides our significant other. So these are, you know, some things or some behaviors that we have that is known to ourselves, but we don't share it with others, right? So that's our private domain. How about down here? A behavior that is unknown to me or to self, and yet known to others, right? So others know I'm doing something. I don't know I'm doing it. Let's call this our blind spots. So some examples there. Let's say you curse. You may do it on a routine basis. You don't even realize you're doing it. Let's say you have a bias. Could be against a nationality, a race, a gender, a bias on a group of people you previously worked with. Let's say a division or a job. Let's say you worked fast food and you had a bad experience, so now you will never work fast food again based on that experience. You know, so this could be a blind spot, especially if you don't recognize it, you know, because it's unknown to you. How about a behavior that is unknown to you and unknown to others? Well, let's put this down as a question mark. Okay? This is the mystery. So why are we going over this? Well, I had to put my marker down. Because this shows why self-awareness and feedback is so important. Throughout your program, right, you've been probably exposed to the Myers-Briggs personality type. You received that feedback, or the predictive index, like mine, and you received that feedback. So the purpose of these self-awareness modules, we want to make more. That doesn't show up too well, that color. Let's try orange. We want more behavior known to you. So we are lowering this bar to make more behaviors known to you so you can take action on it, right? You can't address something unless you know what the issue is. So now your public and private domains have become bigger. Your blind spots have become smaller, and the unknown has become smaller. Now, if you get a feedback exercise, right, like a 360 assessment where you fill out feedback and receive feedback from coworkers, or you go through an assessment and evaluation, more behaviors become known to you that others know. So now we're moving this line this way. This is why it's important. More, it has become public to you to take action with, right? The only thing that's left is a small little box, hopefully, of a question mark. That behaviors that are unknown to you and unknown to others. This is why coaching and mentoring is so important, because a coach will help you explore this, right? They don't know the behaviors that you're exhibiting. They don't know why you are. However, they're going to help you explore why others may be seeing you act funny or, stuff like that. So that's the whole goal. And when I mean public, I don't mean running down the street saying, hey, guess what? I got a bias. No, public means it's known to you, and hopefully you share it with somebody that you trust. Trusted coworker, a spouse, a mentor, a coach. Yeah, share it with your spouse, especially if you question your personality or self-assessment results. Your spouse will always tell you the truth. Always, right? You may not think you're a very structured person, and your spouse may look and say, oh, yes, you are. So this is the Johari window. This is why we do self-assessment and feedback. This is why during evaluation periods, it's very important to give clear feedback so people can take action on this. Okay, so if you have any questions, contact me.